right. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to welcome you to the channel, McCrackalacken. So, thank you. For those of you that don't know, my name is Joe McCracken, and yeah, obviously that has something to do with my last name. I originally was going to go with Crackalacken, but there's some guy that has or this really big company that has like trillions of dollars that has that name trademarked, and so I decided I probably didn't have, with my little beer, beer bottle revenue process, didn't have enough to confront them on it. And so anyway, but I'd like to welcome you to the channel and just let you know that this particular video was something that happened a couple of months ago when I was out riding my Heritage Classic. I have since actually traded that bike in for a Road Glide Special, the same color, not colors. The Heritage was a red and black, which I really loved. But oh my goodness, this RGS it's that red line red. It just grabs my heart. Went right after my heart. Let me just say that. So, just to give you a little idea, the channel here, I don't do a bunch of stuff. I'm not selling stuff. I don't even know if you want to give, I appreciate it. I don't care. I still work full time. I make fairly decent money. I mean, I probably make more than some. And there's others that probably make more, but I make enough, I guess, is probably the best way of putting it. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is spend more time out riding the bike. And I just happened to go back up to Superior, Arizona. Now, I had gone there before, and I had stopped off and on a Sunday and was going to, I didn't realize I'd been told to go to this one place in Globe, Arizona. And Superior is actually going back down the mountain towards the Mesa area, or the metro area, Phoenix metro area. And it wasn't open on Sundays, which is pretty common up in Globe. But anyway, I'd stopped at the wrong bar before. I was told to visit this one, and I had stopped at the wrong one. And okay, I said, all right. This is the second time I was going back up there, and I'd been up there having a great time talking with some brothers. And one of the nice things about being at a biker bar is bikers like to talk. We like to talk to each other. We're not afraid of each other. We share stuff. I will say I probably talk too much. I'm one of those, I'm a middle child, so that should tell you a lot. I mean, I don't know when to keep my mouth shut. Got my ass whooped a lot of times because of it, but hey, I'm here. I made it. Anyway, I was sitting outside talking with another brother who had actually given me a great cigar, which is the one you'll see. I think I've put up as my profile picture on just about everything here just lately. And this guy pulled up on this bike, and he was wearing. I knew from the shirt that he was wearing that he was a veteran, and because of his age, I figured he was probably a Vietnam era veteran. And those of you that know me know I'm a Marine. It says it in my profile. I'm not trying to hide it. It's who I am. And I firmly believe in honoring people, especially military people. Now, I've been a first responder. I was a structural firefighter, EMT. But my military brothers and sisters, always going to thank you. Always going to thank you for your service. And especially the Vietnam veterans, they did not get the welcome home that they should have. And I'm glad, I'm more than happy to change that, to correct that. So that was my intent, to go out there, excuse me, and do that. And so while I was out there, sorry, I'm a one-man band here, so I had to make sure I was actually recording this, all right, instead of letting it get by. So I went out to initially thank this guy for his service and to look at the bike, because I knew it was a custom bike. And I don't go messing with people's sleds when they're not around. I may gawk at them, okay, but I'm not gonna touch your bike and I'm not going to stand there and wait. I will catch you, you know, and which is what happened with this guy when he came back out. So we were out there talking about his bike, and what had happened with his bike is his bike had been stolen. And where he picks up on the story is he's talking about how he had actually, and so what, I'm kind of being scatterbrained here, but what happened was he was sitting there telling me this story, and I'm like going, I'm like, dude, wait a minute. Do you mind? Would you mind if I did like an interview with you and you told me this story? Because I'd like to put this out there for other bikers to see that bikes do actually get found once they're stolen. And he goes, yeah, sure. So I'm a little late. This is where I picked up with my phone. I've got an iPhone 13 Pro Max. And so we're sitting here. We're just doing a little back and forth. All right. So let's get to it.
I bugged him for 3 months on that, and finally got the detective say, oh, you know what, I'll run the plate on the vehicle you gave us.
So the bike was stolen,
Oh yeah.
and unfortunately, it was found.
Yeah.
And it was
all tore apart.
It was beat up.
Electrical system tore apart, dents in the tank, dents in the pipes. Because it was immaculate before. It was show condition.
Well, dude,
I can't seem to bring it to me to fix they told me they'd have to repaint it, and the artwork that was done.
Yeah, I see the ding right there, and the guy's no longer around, right?
Yeah, he's done.
Oh my goodness, I love that breather on it, man. I love those freaking pipes.
Well, I had to redo it. Yeah, I ordered all. I'm just trying to keep it as much as I originally had it. Of course, I did have double NOS hookups into it back in, but I just leave the tanks on it. It's no longer NOS. That's just crazy stuff. I've snapped belts and snapped drive chains and everything else. And so you don't want to be punching NOS at $7,000 to be 160 in like 2 seconds. You know?
No, not my ride.
No. And the back end's bouncing around on you. But anyway, yeah.
So that's a 95,
95
yeah?
yeah.
95 Sportster.
FX, big
So-
bore kits.
Is that
Yeah.
okay? So that was the 1200, but
Yeah, it's
you
okay.
bumped it to the big bore.
Yeah.
Okay, so awesome.
Yeah.
So my friend, thank you for your service. God
Hey,
bless
thank
you,
for
brother.
yours.
Hey,
Hoorah,
man.
Go Marines, right?
Semper Fi, brother.
Semper
I
Fi.
say oorah, you say what?
Yeah.
Ooh-ah?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's okay. It's cool.
I
All right.
gotcha.
Keep the wind in your hair, baby, and
Hey,
the
don't
rubber
get in, we
side
ride
down.
too all the time, man.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, thanks for
It's a
hanging.
great.
All right. So getting back to it, guy was a really great guy. Did you see how upbeat he was? It's amazing to me that this guy was running NOS on there and talked about 160 miles an hour. Boy, did he have some angels around him, I suppose, huh? But anyway, I just wanted to point it out. Like I said, I thought it was a great little video. It's a short little video. It's a little sweet for this guy to be able to come back and let us know that that bikes are found. Yeah, there was a lot missing on it. Part of the conversation prior to when I started recording it, he was talking about how difficult it was to find some of the things that he had to replace. And of course, obviously the paint was a custom paint job, and he just couldn't bring himself. I mean, it had the scratches on it. I don't know if you could tell, but it had the scratches on it. But it was like that paint job was amazing. I mean, all the way around on the rear fender and the tanks, both sides of the tank, and it was just an overall beautiful looking bike and still running. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here with that, and we'll yak at you folks later. Thank you so much for visiting the channel, and remember, that's McCrackalacken. I've got places, it's the same thing on Instagram. I think it is on TikTok and Twitter. The McCrackalacken is there somewhere. Anyway, we'll yak at you later. keep the wind in your hair and the rubber side down.